Hey, everybody, this is Katrina, and this is another episode of Ask Me Anything. And if this is the first time you're seeing me, by the way, our topic for today is this one. You're seeing it scroll. I'll be talking and I'll be sharing about four cost free key social media growth strategies. Plus, a little sharing about my fifth day at the gym today. Maybe you're wondering, can you guys please let me know where, if you're hearing me just fine? Because if you notice, where is Katrina? I'm in a booth. This is very unique. This is the first time. I'm actually here at the gym, and there is like a workplace upstairs. I'm trying their location here in downtown Toronto. It's downtown, but yeah, but this one is nearer my place. 20 minutes. The other one is 40 minutes away. So I think I'm gonna be um, going here more often. So I'm also trying they call this tonic house. So this is where other people can work, remotely, and of course I can pan my camera for privacy purposes. But they do have this booth. I don't know what you call this. It's like inbox booth. So it's actually there's the light, and this is me. It's just a very tiny space. And this is actually where we can take a call, need to take a private call. So you're in the right place. So that's why I'm doing my go live here. And they said, if you're looking for a place to work, please take a table at the Tonic House. So there's actually lots of tables on my right. And this booth is, yeah, it's a booth. It's like a phone booth, but there's no phone, but just my phone. This booth is for phone calls and go lives and sharing secrets only. So it's pretty unique. So I thought of, okay, let's do our go live here. And I did my post earlier today. I did the core high intensity interval training. So focusing on my abs. It was pretty intense. It really is intense. And since maybe because I've been going to the gym almost every day since Sunday, so my muscles are still sore. I kind of searched like, is it okay to go to the gym every day? And um, instantly I saw like articles that says, yeah, that's okay as long as you're not like overexerting or pushing yourself too much. So I think I'll change my booking tomorrow to something like more yoga and vinyasa. Yeah, so I kind of, have because I did two hits, like both high intensity yesterday, a box hit, and today core hit. So I'll take it a little slower tomorrow. And you know what I realized is that I like the hot yoga, the hot Pilates, because of the heat itself. Just because of the heat itself, and it's kind of eased me into stretching and my flexibility. And the heat gives makes you flush and gives you that different glow. It makes me feel refreshed. That's why I'm glad that I was able to book a sauna session here as well in this location. The other location, I don't think they have the sauna yet because it's pretty new. They're still working on it. So it's nice to discover new things. By the way, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in live on a replay, comment live and then the place where you're tuning in from and the time. And if you're catching this on a replay, comment replay where you're tuning in from and also the time. So we know how global we are. It's always interesting to see at the times of day people tune in on their social media. I know, what time is it right now? I think it is 12:30. So maybe some of you are having lunch or you're at home. There you go. Let me see here. I'll just switch this up. There you go. I'm just using StreamYard on my phone. And this is really good. So for costs free key social media growth strategies. Okay, and this is, of course, this is if you're here in the business, if you're my business partner, if you're in my team, I know this is going to help you as well. But for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, or you have maybe considering doing something like an online business or earning online as well, or you just want to grow your social media, connect with other people, whatever reason you have, maybe at work, you're an influencer, you have an online business as well. So this is for you. Or maybe if you're just wondering how we are doing it online, why does Katrina always go live? Is it really necessary? Or am I seeing a lot of people going on social media posting often, if not every day, more than the usual, not just here on Facebook, but other platforms like Instagram or YouTube? What is it all about? So we'll talk about that. Number one is, and also maybe some of you are thinking, oh, Katrina, especially if you're here in the business, because yes, there is a startup cost involved, just like any legitimate business, and the cost would be dependent on your goals in the business, right? But the info session is free, just for you to have a glimpse of an overview of how the business works. Okay, but in terms of when you're already here and you want to grow, some people might think, oh, Katrina, I don't have, yes, I want to grow on social media, but I don't have that budget, like, for advertising, things like that. Yes, of course, advertising is part of like business expenses. But don't get me wrong, because I do have like business partners in the community who basically have grown massively in the past less than a year or so, and they didn't spend a dime on advertising. Don't take my word for it. Of course, it varies per person. I personally haven't stopped advertising since I started way back in 2019. Like, it's my way of growing my business. And that has made my business like maybe 98, 99, almost, yeah, 98% of the people that I work with are all from social media, and that's the power of social media marketing and the automated system that we have at the back end. Okay, and so yes, I do have business partners who have grown massively in social media who haven't spent a dime. But that does not mean that they didn't do anything. They still put in the effort, but just in a different way. So you have your strategies, and you can learn those strategies as well as you move into the business and follow what works for you as well. And so definitely there's no excuse if you say, oh, I want to grow on social media, but I don't have the budget for ads or budget for somebody to manage my social media. I never had somebody else manage my social media platforms. I'm the one posting, I'm the one commenting, so it's me. So if I got delayed in replying to you, because it's just me replying, of course life gets in the way, but that's okay. So it's not like you don't need a huge budget to, well, keeping that into perspective, you don't actually need any budget to grow your social media, especially your growth and on social media. So how do we do that? This is number one. Let me see here. Hey Florence, how are you? Nice to see you here. Watching side. Oh no, I hope you're okay, or your family. But thank you for tuning in. All right, and always thank you for sending reminders for our team. Um, Oh, you're reading my caption. Oh, you mean it's just silent. That's okay. So here is number one. Key strategy number one, and basically this is a cost-free social media growth strategy. Okay, showcase your real life. You guys are seeing me here since Sunday, every single day, because I'm showcasing what my day looks like. Like, I'm a social media marketer. I've quit my job 19 months into the business, and this is how my day looks like. I started, like, I woke up Sunday. Okay, I'll stand up. I woke up Sunday, and I was like, I wanted to just move my body. I think I saw an inspirational video on my social media. I was like, okay, I'll check this out. And then here I am on my fifth day already, and I've been sharing that journey with you, so we can get connected. Because when you showcase your real life, you build an emotional connection with your audience. And also, think about the people that you saw on social media when they share their stories, right? Like a day in a life, or um, like going to your commute to work or going back home, or how you spend your day at home, your pets as well, your kids, your the people that you are, you spend your most time with, and just the daily mundane things. And that builds a connection already. Suddenly, oh, okay, I am actually, you're following this person, and you get emotionally invested already. Have you ever felt that way, right? You've just watched a video or a post caught your attention on social media, and then all of a sudden, you got curious and you've started following this person. Like, I've seen this person on Instagram. What's I forgot his handle, I forgot his name, but basically he has tremors. I forgot the health name for that. He got tremors, and he's living in a remote island in, it's in Vancouver, and here in Canada. And he's documenting his daily life. Like, he's married, he has kids, but he chose to live there because of his, health. And the doctor said, it would get better if you keep yourself moving. And him living remotely, like without electricity, without heater, just drinking water from the ice, like the icy lake near him. That's how he lives, and then he documents that every day. And he got tons of followers, and he was selling anything. I think it just developed like throughout the course of his sharing. Like, I think he's just selling shirts now, and a lot of people are actually wanting to send him money. And he's like, I don't like your money. I'm just sharing my life. I just want postcards. Send me postcards. And he doesn't have like an actual address. So they just sent it into a P.O. box. And then he was sharing that the post office people are already upset with him because it was a lot of postcards already. So, and I got interested as well with his story. So that's basically, showcasing his real life, and we want that connection, like, because it makes us feel, oh, I'm not alone, feeling that way, or that's interesting because I've never lived that life. Or maybe you're curious how you can also maybe live a life like that, or inspire you to take some action on whatever you like, right? So showcasing your real life so you can get that emotional connection with your audience, because at the end of the day, it's always authenticity, right? And yeah, that's why when I usually hop on coaching calls, people would say, or when they are inquiring about the business, people say, oh, they're kind of surprised, especially when I leave a voice message like, "Hi, this is Katrina. I just want to say da, da, da. I just want to say hello," and I address their questions, and they're actually appreciative. Oh, thank you for taking the time. It's nice to hear your voice. There's actually a real person behind the post. There you go. Okay, so there you go. That's the first one, and the second one, the second key strategy for social media growth is this one. There you go. Create emotional attachment. So this is basically already connected with number one. So they're all intertwined, right? So when you actually tell your story, like something that you're comfortable sharing, of course, on social media, it creates that bond already with your audience. And since you're kind of letting your wall down, kind of start to relate with you, like, oh, okay, this person is also a human being like me, and is also experiencing this emotions, right? And yeah, and that I always also tell my team, my business partners, it's at the end of the day, stories sell. Regardless if you have a business, a product or service that you're selling, people buy because of you. And well, maybe, in rare occasions that they just need the product, and okay, but most of the time people buy because of the connection that you've made with them, and if you're always showing up on social media, especially, doing go lives, posts, and then if this person needs a certain product that you sell or service, guess who that person will reach out to? Like the very first person that they will think of is who? You, right? Oh, I always see this person go live and he talks about, an online business, or maybe me, if you think about getting started on social media, maybe you'll think my name would ring a bell. Just like yesterday, I have a former office mate from the Philippines. Like my very first work way back in 2005. Imagine, and I think I lasted for just a few months, like 4 or 5 months in that first job in Makati, and like an events position. And then all of a sudden, so I posted, I think, 2 3 times, like one after the other yesterday, because I was got so excited, got multiple buyers, like 3 buyers in less than like 13 hours or so. So I kept posting those things, and then she reached out to me. She's like, "What are you like? I've been always curious how what you're doing online, and your recent posts triggered me. Like, what's going on, what's happening?" And I was like, what got you interested? Well, your post, like, it's like one good news right after the other, so it sounds so fun. Really got me curious, right? So it's just me sharing my real life, what's going on my day. I'm just documenting, and also the emotions that I was feeling that time, in terms of, I'm excited, I want to rub that off, right? But it doesn't mean that if I'm feeling down, I would, like, rant on social media. No, but I would give hope. Like, if I'm feeling down, my body's aching, but it gives me hope. I won't end on a bad taste, right? But you know what I mean. So yeah, and that emotional connection, because I've been consistent here on social media, and she's been seeing my post maybe for a few months or years now, but those series of posts triggered her, like, what's going on? And now she's about to watch the free info session, so we'll see if she finds this as a good fit for her or not. If good, then great. If not, then that's also good, because at least she already knows what what this is all about, and she knows for herself if she can do it or not. Okay. And the third strategy is, here you go, display your expertise. You don't need to be like super expert on a certain area, but you just need to be like 10% better than another person. For example, if you love gardening, I am not an expert at gardening. If you can share like tips on how to avoid the leaves withering, or how to take care of orchids. Like, I do have orchids at home. It's been like there for 2 years already. I've never done like something special. I just, water it weekly, and it's like on the by the window of our apartment. So I think that helps. And so if you are an expert in that, and that might get curious, if you always mention about, oh, your plants, how to take care of this, it doesn't need to be you're selling plants per se. It doesn't need to be your expertise on the business itself, especially if you're here at the online business. Something that you enjoy doing, your hobby. Maybe you like skating. How do you skate? Maybe you like pickleball. Maybe you like bowling or badminton or tennis. If I want to learn tennis, and then I saw you always posting about tennis and how you enjoy it, maybe you're posting about the basic positions of hands and feet. If I wanted to learn the basics, then I might remember you. And maybe you're selling something not necessarily tennis related, but maybe you have another service, then that builds a connection, and you'll never know if I can purchase something from you, or maybe just build a connection and network in terms of, connections, right? Yeah. And then me, what am I expert? Well, I've been here working online for more than 4 years now, so I could say yes, I'm pretty much adept to like advertising, especially on Facebook. So I do share that with my team, and also the photos that I post. Like I'm into those beautiful photos, videos. So I also share with my team like how am I able to get those beautiful shots. For example, recently I went to Dubai, to Paris, to London, and I told them I was able to have those beautiful photos. One of the major photos that I got really good interactions from was the one at London Eye. Like, usually London Eye photos would be at the background, like either on the left or right. But this one, it was actually right behind me. And I was able to get that beautiful shot because of TikTok. Like, I was researching, like, best spots for London Eye. And that's a strategy. Like, I'm not really super 100% expert in terms of photography, although that's my interest. But because I was one step ahead in terms of research, and I share that. I share value, right? And people, again, consistently, when you show up online and you share a value, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give instructions always when you say value. Value could be either yes, you give information how to go do this, how to do that, or you can also, like when I share my 11-hour trip from Toronto to New York using a bus, that's informational, that's value. Or it could also be something like inspirational. Maybe you find some inspiration. Me going to the gym every day, I've never gone this like every day in the gym to the gym for like never. This is the first time I've been consistently going to a gym and doing workouts. um, Value can also mean you make someone happy, smile, or it's funny. It's value, right? You entertain somebody. People usually go to social media to get entertained, especially like on Instagram, TikTok, those trending sounds, trending dances. If you're following a certain influencer or a certain personality or celebrity, you go there to get entertained, to get the new scoop. And that's also value, right? You provide a little happiness for the day, right? So yeah, that's providing value. And here we go. That's key strategy number 3. And the last, definitely not the least, to tie this all up together is building trust through transparency. You show your life, you create that emotional attachment, you give your expertise, and at the same time, you also show the highs and lows. The when you're happy, you're excited, something's happening in your life. Um, if you're in the business milestones, and you got somebody rolling into the business, that's a win. Or somebody ask you about the business, you got automated leads, yes, that's a win as well. But at the same time, you can also share your lows, like like yesterday, for the first time ever, I got one of my Facebook ad accounts shut down. Like, it cannot run ads. I was like, what's going on? But when you share something, I'll let you know in a bit. So I upped my 2 campaigns on Facebook. It's really doing great. Like, giving me like $1 cost per lead. What's a lead? Like somebody registering on my website, checking the opportunity. I usually, just to give you perspective, I usually get like a $7 to $10 lead cost. That means the cost of a person registering, that's the cost, like based on my ads manager. If this sounds too technical for you, that's okay, just to give you an idea. Okay. And then, so it's really going well. So I was on my phone, I upped my budget for just a few dollars each, a couple of dollars each. And then after maybe 30 minutes or so, I was having lunch at the mall, and I was like, my ad stopped and it says your ad account has been rejected or shut down, something like that. I was like, what's going on? So I'm calm, and it's a good thing. I was supposed to have a call with Meta today. So what I did, I rescheduled the call to afternoon yesterday, about 4:30 to 5:30, about an hour. We talked on the phone, and he got access on my ads manager. I've been in contact with Meta for quite some time now, but they usually get like different professionals, like they will assign you marketing professionals like every month or every 2 months or so. So it really changes. So I was able to do that, thankfully. And again, this also boils down to building that relationship. Like, yes, I'm a legit advertiser. I pay Meta budget to run my ads, to show my ads to different people that I'm targeting, so they can, I can also show them how it's possible to earn online and do the things that really matter for them. Okay, and that's also like being feel good productivity. That's my goal for you guys today, this year. And then, so we got on a call. So I explained what my goals are. We got some strategies as well. And I think after just a couple of hours, I got my ad back up and running. And it's been like, I woke up with 9 leads already. And just from yesterday to today, I think 43, 44 leads already. And that's a lot of leads. Like, imagine I am here, focusing on my fitness journey, my health journey here at the gym, like since I dropped off the kids, and getting people watching the free info session. 44 people since yesterday. I wouldn't be able to meet all of them. Like, given like even an hour, I wouldn't be sleeping. And 24 hours is not enough to meet all these people. Like, and these are global people, like not just here in Canada, but also in the US, UK, Australia, because those are the places that I'm targeting. Oh my gosh, looking back, like 4 years ago, I've never imagined I'll be able to do this. So it's just crazy that now that's why it makes me super grateful that I'm able to focus on my health journey, and at the same time run a business. And what's the purpose of the business? Of course, not just to earn for my family, but at the same time, right now, is to help other families as well. Moms, working moms, career moms like me, do exactly the same. And that is so there you go. So I got a little frustrated. I got a little panic, but I was like, no, no, I'm not gonna let this ad rejection, ad account rejection, pull me down. So I kind of, okay, what can I do? So I'll reschedule the call. And I also explored again YouTube. I haven't been advertising on YouTube for a while now. So I was like, okay, I always have the option. And that, what that gave me is, whatever, of course, I'm gonna knock on wood. Whatever happens, like if like my social media accounts get all shut down for some reason, of course I'm praying not, but I can confidently say I can rebuild this business from ground up, and I'm confident of that. Why? It's because of the hard and soft skills that I've learned throughout like the past 4 years. And I've heard this from my mentors and coaches as well, Dave and Roxanne. And I think also, was it Grant Cardone? What was that series? Like, I think it's on Netflix. Like, they are like business millionaires, billionaires. They're being like located into a neighborhood who they don't know, and people don't know them, and the goal is for them to build $1 million company in less than a week or 2 weeks or so. And I was like, that's exactly, they can do that because it's really built already in your system. It doesn't matter, like I think they're just given like $100 or $1,000 or so. And that's what I felt yesterday. Like, whatever happens, like in my ad accounts, like, okay, I can wallow for a bit, like for a short amount of minutes, but then what's next? What can I do? What else work else can I advertise? I was talking to the Meta professional. I was like, okay, I am seeing I have five ad accounts, but only one is kind of restricted, so that means I can still advertise on the other ad accounts, right? And I was about so ready to do that yesterday, and also go back to YouTube advertising. And it's like my focus is already there. So instead of focusing on the two ad accounts that was shut down, instead of walling like, oh my gosh, what can I do? I don't have leads, like that. Of course, I felt that way too, like for a bit. That's why I kind of have like a little panic attack. So what can, but that panic mode, I made it very productive. Like, what else can I do? Like, I uploaded my ID. It's asking me for my identification. I think Meta, and the marketing expert told me like it's most probably bought because I don't usually up my budget at the same time on two campaigns, and that's why Meta, like the automated email message said, we suspected something fishy, like, what's their term, an unusual activity in your account. So they had to shut it down just to make sure. And yes, that's their security, but on my end, I got a little frustrated. So I followed their prompt. I said, I just want to make sure, we just want to make sure that it's you, um, you know, doing things on your account. So I uploaded my ID, and then I request like the button like request review. And this is a tip: if you're in my team or in business community, and if you ever got your Meta account restricted, and they're asking you there's a button that requests of you, if you've been in contact with Facebook like a real person, they said it's better if you talk to them so they can create the support ticket to their technical team. It can be usually faster, like 15 to 20 minutes, instead of me waiting for a couple of hours. I was giving them like up until lunchtime today, but thankfully it got resolved like within the next couple of hours after I spoke with the meta marketing expert. So that's just a tip. It can vary, but that's just based on my experience. So I'm sharing that with you. I'm being transparent. Like I also experienced ups and downs in the business, not just during the times that I was starting here, especially when I have a skepticism in the house, when I got started here, but my husband now is very supportive. But if I share those challenges, those low points, I don't stop there. Like, I leave you in a good taste. Like, oh, she felt bad, but that's it. That might make you feel bad, right? But I don't want that. So I will end with a good note. Like, thankfully, might not be a good day, but I had hopes that it would be better. And thankfully, it got better. And then I think it's a blessing in disguise because 43 leads in 2 days. That's crazy. And I'm not even spending like a huge amount on ads like every day, relatively. So those are my key strategies for you on how to grow your social media. If you got value from this, comment value, and what's your favorite? Showcase your real life. Number one. Number two, creating emotional attachments. Number three, displaying your expertise. And number four, trust through transparency. I think they're all connected, right? So I just say if you got value from this, comment value, and I'd love to hear from you. Oh, let's see your comments here. Hi, JV, how are you? Hello, hello. And Aini, hello, hello, everybody. Awesome. So that is my value for you guys today. 33 minutes. I'll go home and I'll be picking up the kids soon, and I'll just work on some. So at least my connection, my go live for you guys today is done and dusted. As I've said earlier, yeah, in my yesterday, I think I'm a morning person. I love giving value when my energy is up and my mood is good. Yeah, because I think like it can also rub off on you, right? And I want to give that energy. And I hope you're having a great Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Hang in there if you're, at your work and you're feeling like you're sluggish and tired. You feeling like you're pulling the weekends nearer. Hang in there. You got this, mama and dad. All right, see you again. Oh, by the way, it's Thursday. I don't usually do this, but I just remembered. Is it? Yeah, it's Thursday right now. For those of you who are wondering, like, what is Katrina doing online? Every Tuesday and Thursday, there you go on the scroller here on the ticker box below, we do have a live info session about this online opportunity. Like, what are the three pillars of success on how to get going online, how to get started despite without, oh, even you don't have any prior experience. And this is exactly how I got started as well when I see a post on my social media more than 4 years ago. And this is exactly the way that you'll also be starting. So you can, connect with me however you want. Either send me a message or go on my about section, click on my link, or you can just copy the link here as well, www.katrinaluna-umali.com, and then register with your name and email address, and then watch out for the email that I'll be sending you. Or yeah, so you can watch the live webinar 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, or you don't need to wait for the live one. As soon as you register with your name and email address, you'll be redirected to a replay page. So it's the same content, but different people in the panel. But on the replay page, you'll be able to see me and hear my story as well, share as I share it with other panelists. Okay? So, and if you want to move forward, let me know, connect with me, and see if it's a good fit for you or not. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great, fantastic Thursday. And this is, again, Katrina, your feel good productivity mama. I think I'm adapting that one. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and being with me here on my Fit in 2024 journey. Okay. And bye for now. Take